Hey, yo, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gon' stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call. Everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call.
Ladies and fellas, man, we have finally did it. We reached the final, the grand finale, whatever y'all want to say. All my men, my females, my interspecies, my demi-humans, whatever the fuck you are. Thank y'all. Because of this series alone, I'm at over 600 subscribers. And that's all thanks to y'all. Thank y'all. Really. Thank you. I ain't expect this whole YouTube stuff to really be popping like that. I just thought, hey, let me just do it. I find some YouTubers who do it. I find it fun to do. So why don't I do something? So I really am shocked with the amount of support and feedback just on this series alone. And even now, it's still like my most viewed video, the first episode of this. And so, yeah, here we are in the grand finale, the final. Thank you, all y'all, for the wonderful support y'all have shown with this series. And so, anyway, let me just stop talking and get into it. What if Naruto was in high school, DxD? So, that's the end of this fight. Sorry, Kokobille, walking towards Ria's peer Taraj. Disappointing. Whoa, that's hard on the eye, Naruto said. Sorry about that. That's hard on the eye, Naruto said, appearing before Rias. Naruto, Issei said, seeing him appear from his place on the ground. You're here, Naruto, Rias asked, standing. Yeah. Naruto glanced back at Rias, holding his new arm out. I promised I'd come, right? Yeah, you did. Rias smiled, tears leaking. And you are? Kokobille asked. Another demon? And I guess you're the enemy here. What are you? Angel? Fallen angel? Human? I'm Kokobille, the leader of the fallen angels. Ah, Naruto nodded. No wonder you guys are having such a tough time. You act as though they're below you, Kokobille snickered. I sense next to no power from you. Strange, but I can say the same thing about you, Naruto said, pointing his middle finger at the man. How dare you hurt my friends? I will start my war, whether you like it or not. Kokobille ascended into the air, holding 2 arrows in his hands. You want to start a war? Naruto lowered his head, bangs covering his eyes. You want a war? What's wrong with you? I'm bored, Kokobille laughed. This peace is boring. My life is war. I lived in the fight. Not that you will understand. I understand living in the fight. That was my whole life too, Naruto glared up at him. But that's not something that I wanted to return. And how dare you try to bring that suffering upon others, upon my friends. Naruto jumped upwards, streaking down towards Kokobille. People like you are the worst. He dodged Kokobille's attack, using it as a foothold to gain even more speed. You just want to see people get hurt. You don't have an ounce of sympathy for others. He punched Kokobio in the face, causing the angel to fly back. You don't know what reason you might have for it, but hurting other people is unexcusable. He pounded down Kokobio, forcing him back towards the ground, creating a small crater as he landed. You just wanted the world to suffer, whether it be because you suffered or because you think they deserve they deserve it. But I won't allow it. Rasengan! Naruto drove the attack into Kokobio's stomach, pushing the fallen angel deeper into the ground. Naruto vaulted over, activating his 6 path powers. Who is the most injured? Either Akano or Konako, Rias answered. Naruto held his hands up in a cross. 2 clones appeared, jogging towards the 2 girls mentioned. They held their hand up, and a soft yellow glow began to shine. And alright, sorry about that. A soft yellow glow began to shine, similar to the green glow of Azia's twilight healing. Are you guys alright? Naruto asked. Sorry I'm late. Dude, we could have used you since yesterday, Issei said, running over to the group. Naruto grabbed Kiba and Zenobia, halting them to their feet. Your arm, Kiba trailed off. Yeah, they actually got it to work, Naruto grinned. It's nice to have it back. He flexed his fingers. And it feels so real too. Just a little weak. I can't use my larger attacks or it'll probably explode. So sorry about that. Yeah. Well, large to you is city destroying to us, Riz laughed. Thank you. Hey again. I promised. If there's anything I do, I keep my promises. Naruto grinned. How? What? Where? Zenobia asked. He could destroy cities. He just took Kokobio down in 5 seconds. He appeared out of nowhere. Naruto is from a dimension of super powerful soldiers, and he is the most powerful of them all. Their planet was destroyed in a war, and Naruto appeared here, Konako explained, managing to do it in a lot of few words than Naruto could. So that's the really short answer, but yeah, Naruto nodded. I'm stronger than, I'll say, most things here. I'll say, Issei muttered. I'm trying to stay humble, Naruto shook his head. Kurama doesn't want me to become arrogant. I'm not done, Kokobio shouted, zooming out of his crater. I don't know where you came from, kid, but I won't lose. My war will begin. He charged up a massive light arrow. No, you won't, Naruto held his hand up. I refuse to let war destroy another world. Rasen Shuriken! Naruto threw the attack upwards just as Kokobio threw his attack downwards. They met in the middle, exploding outwards, creating a combination of wind and lightning. And light. Excuse me. Kokobio watched in disbelief as his arrow was consumed by a spear of wind. I hope that would overpower his, Naruto muttered, causing Riz Piritaros to sweat drop. Well, that gives me a chance to test this. Naruto activated his secret storage seals, bringing out a bunch of kunai. While I was down in the underworld, I had a bit of time, so I made these. He grabbed 6 of them, putting them in between his knuckles. Those are all. You put the seal on those? Riz exclaimed. Yeah, I did. Naruto nodded. Now, I may not be as good as my dad, but I'll show you why he was called the Yellow Flash. Naruto thrust the kunai upwards, and they all raced towards Kokobio. He weaved between them, however, just as he passed the first one, Naruto appeared before him, punching him hard enough that traveled with the kunai as he flew upwards. The Pirtaraj, Riz's Pirtaraj and Zenobia watched as if what seemed to be a tornado of yellow lightning struck Kokabille constantly. They barely ever saw Naruto fully materialize, but barely catching him while he turned around. Finally, the kunai stopped momentum near the top of the barrier, and Naruto caught all of them, allowing Kokabille to fall to the ground. Naruto appeared directly in front of Rias. Holy shit, that is disorienting. He grabbed his Rinnegan. Being able to see chakra makes it even worse. And you said you wasn't good at all. Issei yelled. One of Naruto's clone brought a now conscious Azia over to the group before dispersing. Naruto was pretty sure most of their wounds was healed. I'm not though. My dad never had to stop. He could teleport to literally hundreds of them. The entire country was covered with his seals when he was the Hokage. He had complete control over the battlefield when he fought. Your dad sounds like a badass. He was awesome. I idolized him, Naruto admitted. I won't stop. Kokabille rose again. You will fall. I'm holding back. I'm not trying to kill you, said Naruto, stepping forward once again. I guess you're more durable than I thought. I hope this arm can hold out. Kurama, here. Orange flames covered Naruto's body, draping him over like a cloak. He had been walking around in a t-shirt before, but he felt much more comfortable with this on. He held out his arm, hoping it would be the last of this. He didn't want to go back being a armless now that he had a taste of life with both arms again. A small, dark ball appeared in his hand. A similar size to the Rasengan. This, however, didn't make a noise, and it didn't spin, and it didn't react. It sat there, seemingly very dense. Kokabille prepared himself. Too tired to muster the energy to fly, suddenly and without warning, Naruto blitzed forward, seemingly to destroy, reappear, and disappear as he ran. He emerged just underneath Kokabille and thrust the ball into Kokabille's gut. Super Mini Tail Beast Ball! Naruto pushed the ball upwards, forcing Kokabille up with it. He stopped running, deactivating the cloak. Kokabille was pushed higher and higher in the air, until the ball suddenly exploded, destroying the barrier and most of the ground between Naruto and the rest of them entirely. By the time the light had died down enough for them to reach each other again, Naruto was already running back to them, running through a massive crater that was at least the size of a whole track field. Finally, Naruto complimented when he reached him again. That red has been annoying the Rinnegan for a while now. And here I thought I wasn't going to find anybody worth my time. Naruto glanced upwards, looking for the new voice. A stranger wearing white armor held Kokabille's limp body over his shoulder. I would like to fight you one day. He flew down, landing near Free's body, which had not been engulfed in the explosion somehow. So this shit was worth it. But Azazel wants to talk to you too. Ignoring me, white one, Naruto heard from the gauntlet on Issei's arm. So you're alive, red one. The armor spoke. Naruto glanced between the two. I sense two powers sealed within the armor and the gauntlet. They are powerful around, I'll say the set 7 tails, I think. So I can take them. One of them most definitely. But both of them, maybe. I'm not sure how much powerful you are yet. You haven't been pushed to your limits. That's a good thing. We did not meet under Favorable circumstances, the white one said. It's alright, the red one said. We'll meet again. Well, me, Dre. As well as you, Albion. Hey, wait a second, Issei yelled. What's going on? You're weak, the guy in the armor said. You need to become a lot stronger to understand the truth. But we are fated to fight. So I'll see you later, rival. The White Dragon Emperor, Sona said, walking in just as the man in the armor flew away. I didn't expect to meet him here. Neither did I, but he did take care of Kokabille and Freed off our hands, Ria said. And you're the one who destroyed the barrier? Sona said, looking at Naruto. Yeah, was that a problem? We were going to use it to keep the damage from the city at a minimum, but now that Kokabille has been defeated, that's no longer a concern. That big explosion was you? Sanji asked. Holy shit. Now then, let's begin with the rebuilding. We should have this finished in time before tomorrow, Sona said. We can help too. No, the maintenance of the school is responsible for the school council, Sona declined. We will handle this. So, did you get your revenge? Naruto asked. He knew the look on Kiba's face. He seen it present on Sasuke's after Itachi had been killed. Yes and no. I defeated a man who killed my comrades, but his research is still being used for evil. I had to stop that. But you're going to leave the Pure Charge in order to do that? Never, Kiba said. My loyalty is with Rias. I already turned my back on them before, and it was a mistake. It will never happen again. I'm glad to hear that, Kiba. Rias stepped forward. I, Rias Gremory, welcome you back. Yes, Kiba Neal. I swear to serve Rias always and forever. I am her knight. Naruto grinned, thinking of that, watching the Picturage grow a little closer to each other. Thankfully, Kiba hadn't allowed revenge to consume him. He had it through and was not likely to ever waver from that path again. He laughed slightly when Rias raised her hand, condemning Kiba to 1,000 spankings. Yeah, that's a nice family. Naruto glanced down at his new arm. It seemed to be a bit worn, but worked pretty well. Too bad the metal didn't look good compared to his skin. If he wanted to walk around with it, he would have to cover it up with something. Naruto, come here, Rias called in between her spankings. What are you doing over there? Nothing. He walked over towards them, trying to ignore Kiba's whimpers. Just checking my arm. I'm about ready to go home, Issei declared. That fight was tough. Go. Issei, Azia, Konako, and Akino. Hold up. Alright. You all should get some rest. Naruto and I will supervise Kiba. Naruto grinned. One by one, her Picturage left, leaving Naruto and Rias alone, along with Kiba and his sore ass. You arrived just in time. We wouldn't have survived without you. How long were you guys fighting? Naruto asked. Sasuke told me he couldn't get involved without starting a war. At least 45 minutes. Rias brought her hand down again. I never thought that someone would want a war to start again. Some people are like that, Naruto nodded. They don't know anything except the fight. They feel lost without it. There are a few people who are like that back at home. Naruto looked towards the sky. But it doesn't make them right. It's a good thing if you're a good person, Naruto, Ria smiled. I hate to imagine what would happen if you weren't so nice, with your power. I'll just be another Madara, Naruto said. Using my power to force my will upon others? He glanced down. Rias, could you cut him some slack? It's been at least 30. So we got another 970 to go. Rias glared down at Kiba. That's what you get for worrying me. I'm sorry, Rias, Kiba yelled. I should have trained him. They asked for it, but I haven't actually done anything. They might have had a better shot if I helped them. You barely had any time with them, Naruto. Between school and the beginning of this, I'm not sure if your training would have amounted to much. There wasn't enough time. But still, some training is better than no training, Naruto thought. After school on Saturday, I'm holding a boot camp over this week. He slammed his new fist to his palm. I'm starting to get the feeling that a lot of things are going to start happening around here. Naruto, yeah? I know this doesn't affect you as it does us, but the God of the Bible, the leader of the angel faction, is dead. Huh? Naruto stalled. So the angels aren't having a nice time, are they? No, probably not. And the fact that we know the truth now means that the likeliness of the tension between the factions will rise. The church is weak without God. Damn it. Wherever I go, there's always something that happens. Naruto sighed. I can't catch a break, can I? Well, I can finally rest without worrying about the destruction of the city. Rias pulled her shoes off. At least for a while now. Yeah. Naruto pulled out a cup of instant ramen. And I can finally eat something good. 2 days of straight testing. Could you make me one too? Rias asked, sitting down on the couch. I'm too tired to cook. Gotcha. Naruto turned the stove on, heating the kettle quickly. So, what happened with Kiba when I was gone? We declared that he needed to get revenge on Valpergali, and he teamed up with Irina and Zenobia to track him down. He ignored my orders to not get involved and refused to contact us for help. She whined. Why is being a king so hard? Well, seems like it resolved itself, Naruto pointed out. Kiba has sworn his alliance, and he got his revenge. That's better than what Sasuke did. What did Sasuke do? Well, he went from killing Itachi to wanting to kill Konoha, and then he decided that he wanted to become Hokage. Naruto threw his hands up. And then he wanted to kill the 5 Kage. If the team was here, Sasuke just flipped all over the place. He joined the Akatsuki and became an international criminal. He tried to kidnap the Raikage's brother. I don't even understand what was going through his head at that point. Wow, Rias muttered. That sounds a lot more complicated than what happened to us. Yeah, but that's a good thing, Naruto said while pouring the water into the 2 cups. This would have been much more easier if I didn't left. Rias took the cup and some chopsticks from Naruto, who sat down on the couch next to her. Yeah, but I can't solve all your problems, Rias, Naruto said while eating some of his ramen. If I did that, all you do is be relying on me to fix your problems. Rias nodded in agreement, turning her focus to her food. They ate in silence for a while. You should ask her out, Kurama said, almost making Naruto choke. Now? After she had a massive fight, Naruto waved her concern and looked away. Yeah, she finally has the mental space to think about other things. If anything, it will put her in a good mood, Kurama said. What if she says no? So, what if she says yes? Kurama rebutted. Sakura said no all the time, and she still ended up friends. If Ria says no, oh well, you'll just move on. Why am I taking advice from you? He said. 'Cause I've been present for more relationships than you. Hashirama and Minato and Kushina. Both of them had pretty happy relationships. I guess you have a point. Well, I'll ask her tomorrow. Give her a chance to settle any lingering problems. Rias watched as Naruto conversate with Kurama. She has been concerned when he started choking, but he seemed alright. She wondered what would it be like having someone all the time present, someone who could hear your thoughts. Did Naruto enjoy it, having someone so close to him, or did he get annoyed by the breach of privacy? She sat down her empty cup, leaning And to Naruto's side, she rested her head on his shoulder and smiled as he shifted, looping his new arm around her torso and pretty much just playing with her hair. Maybe she'll be able to sleep peacefully tonight. She knew that the bonds between her peer entourage were important, but they also seemed to get people into trouble, and she always ended up wearing them. She didn't want that. She just wanted to be sure the safety at all times. Hmm. She laughed softly. She sounds like a mom. Naruto glanced down, grinning slightly. What? No, I just sound really old. Ria's compliant. Like I'm just some parent scared of letting my kids go. Ah, Naruto nodded. But try not to worry about them so much. If they ever end up getting into real danger, I'll save them. You promise? Promise. Naruto said as he um, got down on one knee. Rias, will you marry me? And, Rias, she's caught off guard by this and immediately tears up and says yes. And so, with that, you can pretty much imagine how a wedding would go. Just think of it kind of similar to how Naruto and Hinata's one was. And so, yeah. Let me know how you enjoyed this finale. Thank y'all for staying in tune for all of the parts to this. Issei gets his harem. Except for Zenobia. I got keeping Zenobia together. And Zenobia still becomes a devil. Her and Irina get their relationship back together. So, yeah. And so, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So, for those who were complaining about my last one being pretty short, I was saving it for this point. So, yeah. I think going into season 3 is a bit unnecessary. And I'm definitely not doing Hero. And then right after that, I'm hearing that they're making a season 5. And I'm just like, ugh. But, hey, in the comments, let me know if you want me to do an alternative to what if Deku was in High School DxD. Let me know if you would. Let me know if you would enjoy something like that. And so, with that being said, thank y'all for all the support I got on this series. And signing out. Peace.